Alright, my plan was to make a Indiana Jones video, but that did not go well. Please work. Please work. Bro, this shit busted on me. I'ma just go through. I'll timestamp everything if you want to go to a certain game or whatever. Well, here's what we're starting with. I should have actually kind of seen something like this coming. But basically, Secret Level, if you watch that show, it's not bad. It's kind of hit or miss based on the episodes. But there was a Pac-Man episode that was weird as shit. Weird as shit. And I actually liked that episode. I thought it was good. It was a weird direction for fucking Pac-Man. But I was like, I mean, I fucked with it. As an idea, I enjoyed it. But it turns out that was kind of just a little teaser for a game. Puck is basically going to be your little companion. Then you become a super... You get a super ability where you become a dark, evil fucking... and you can consume shit. I feel like the game kind of spoiled itself because it's Secret Level. Because it says, team up with Puck and dive deeper into the maze of mysterious alien world. Find out the truth behind your presence in this world. What does Puck want and why it chose you? Puck just wants to fucking get the fuck out, from what I remember. Secret Level. Puck didn't choose you. Puck's got a ton of other ones. If you die, Puck goes and grabs another motherfucker and tells them to go eat or be eaten. So. Oh, it says animated blood and some revealing outfits. Walking around with your titties out in a Pac-Man game? I don't know. Alright, so now this is where they started giving the shit your pants reveals. Witcher 4, obviously, we know what The Witcher is. It's the franchise that really put CD Projekt Red to the status they are now. Okay? I'm talking mainly Witcher 3. That's the one that elevated them. But I've never played Witcher 1 and 2. I want to do it before I play this one. But Witcher 3 was incredible. I also need to replay that one because it's been a while. I've kind of forgotten a lot. I did check. The Ciri actress got recast. It was before, is it Joe Wyatt? Joe Wyatt. And now it is Sierra Berkeley. I don't like recastings, but, you know, if she does a good job, she does a good job. So we'll see. And it has been, like, by the time the game comes out, it'll probably have been over a decade since Witcher 3. So I guess that is a little bit understandable. I would have preferred they found a way to stick with the OG actress. It reminded me of The Witch. The Vivitch, that Robert Eggers movie. Shout out Robert Eggers. Nosferatu, coming out December 25th, Christmas Day. The Vampire Strikes Back. It was a very small scale. It felt like just a side quest you do in The Witcher 3. Alright, I just watched a breakdown of The Witcher 4 by game director Sebastian Kalimba. I'll put it in the description. It was actually very good. It gave a lot of insight into the fucking trailer as a whole. And it talked about, like, in that trailer, there is a way you could save, what was her name, Milana? The girl who dies at the end of it. And kind of the overarching theme, like, grim world, but there is some hope. And also, Ciri, as a character, is the journey, it seems, is going to be her becoming like a full-fledged Witcher on her own, and then also having to battle with like changing people and how that shit can't just happen instantly. Like CD Projekt Red, we need you guys to have a clean launch this time, okay? Cyberpunk was a pretty big disaster. It kept on getting delayed, and then it launched, and honestly, the version I played was on next-gen consoles. It wasn't like atrociously bad, but I had friends who had like a PS4 and they literally could not play it. Alright, NightReign's got me excited. I just watched a video. There's a ton of videos from like IGN, PC Gamer, where people have already played it. And it sounds really different, and that excites me. I like that FromSoft has kind of always slightly made shit different with every single one of their games, but it seems like they're going more aggressive with every release now. Like, this shit is gonna be... This is like... I don't even know how to explain it, but fucking... You spawn in a map, okay? Think you're on a Fortnite map, but it's Elden Ring. You fucking drop in with 2 people. It's 3 players or it's 1 player. They don't have co-op. You can play it solo and everything will scale, or it's 3 people. Let's say you go with 3. You got a squad. It's a 3-day cycle also. 3-day night cycle. So you do everything in the day. You're trying to level up. It's all speed ran. You have to move a lot quicker. You upgrade faster. All that shit. And then at the end of that night, you fight a boss with your crew or something. And then it keeps on going. And ultimately, the third and final day, you're fighting like the boss of the area. And there's going to be, I believe, I don't know if it's 8 areas, but there's going to be 8 bosses. So 8 major bosses. At least that's, we don't know. FromSoft be doing some weird shit. You can like fly now. I don't know. I think the horse is gone. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But you can fucking fly. And death isn't death. You go down. It ends when all 3 of the crew is down. Otherwise, if someone goes down, you gotta beat the shit out of them to get them back up. So I can already see there being some disasters where someone dies on a place really far away. Then you got to get all the way over there and beat the shit out of him so he comes back up. It's going to be a mess playing this with friends, but I'm actually excited. I think this is a FromSoft game I would want to play with friends instead of solo. It Takes Two is my game of the year of 2021. That game was fucking amazing. And Split Fiction seems to be going with a similar tone, kind of with that goofy, jokey, but heartwarming story that was in It Takes Two, rather than the darker Shawshank Redemption tone of A Way Out. I think A Way Out got a little bit harmed because they couldn't get as crazy with what they wanted to do, because at the end of the day, it is a realistic setting. It Takes Two, they were able to fucking do whatever the fuck they wanted, and Split Fiction, they'll be able to do whatever they could really want here too. So yeah, really excited for that. Shout out Haze Eye Studios for also allowing that one person can buy a game and then they just give it to a friend and they can play it for free. That's a W move, W company. Yeah, fucking love Haze Light, man. Alright, now I gotta go to a game that, this is gonna be the one game, I don't like trashing games, but I'm very passionate about the Game of Thrones IP, the Song of Ice and Fire IP. I just say Game of Thrones because everyone knows what Game of Thrones is. Some people don't know what a Song of Ice and Fire is, but I care about it, man. And when I see some bullshit, which there normally isn't a lot of with Game of Thrones, I feel like George has done a good job of respecting the IP. Like the shows, there's a quality standard that they always hold themselves to, and I feel like it does a good job of hitting it. Outside of a couple Game of Thrones seasons, you know, those last 2, shit got weird. But like House of Dragon's good, and I have faith in Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is going to be good. But then you go to the games, and it's like, we are not doing anything with what we could be doing here. We should have had something by now. But what do? They just make fucking mobile games, man! Alright, Locke, let's get Jon Snow in here. We need like a fucking people. We need the people they know, alright? And let's make sure it looks like Kit Harington, because like, we don't want to make our own original version of the character or do a new book interpretation. Do something fresh. We'll just grab the guy from the show, plot him in there. Kit, do you have a couple lines? I don't know if Kit voices him. I hope he doesn't, honestly. Because, like, dude, fucking, oh my god. We are not even fucking trying, man. And then the gameplay looks so fucking too good to be true, especially for a mobile game. And I was reading on the website, it said, realistic manual combat system. Who the fuck describes their gameplay like that? That shit sounds so sus. And regardless, the story already, I don't like what you're doing with it. You're just like self-inserting a character into the world and then putting all the TV characters and just saying, yeah, you're gonna like it because, oh, there's Cersei, oh, there's Jaime, oh, there's Varys. Man, you can't even get the fucking characters right. What's the time frame of this? Because I'm seeing shit in Season 7, I'm seeing shit in like Season 4, and I'm seeing outfits from Season 4 in Season 7 spots. Cersei is wearing like a Season 4 fit with her long hair and the dress, and she's sitting on the throne when she only sits on the throne with her short hair, the kind of evil, darker clothes look, which is in Season 7. Like, what are we doing? What is the time frame? Do they just not want to fucking change the outfits so maybe we go from 4 to 7, but they're just going to look the same? Someone that is passionate about the IP, a studio that cares about it, not doing the exact version of the TV show, but cares about the lore of A Song of Ice and Fire, and let them do it. Because this shit does not feel passionate at all. It doesn't need to be set in the Game of Thrones timeline. There's so many cool timelines. Fucking Aegon the Conqueror, Blackfire Rebellions. There's so many areas. Maybe we just want to say, Fuck it. Let's go to Satorios. Fuck it. Let's go to Essos. Fuck it. Let's go to the fucking Shadows of Ashai. There's so many areas you could go, bro. So much shit you could do with this. But, oh, what do? What do we fucking do? Game of Thrones game. Game of Thrones game. With the same characters that look exactly the fucking same. We're not going to do any interpretation. We're not even going to do something like, oh, let's take the story of fucking the Game of Thrones storyline, but let's do it more book accurate. Let's get Lady Stoneheart. Lady Stoneheart's ass isn't going to be in here because they need to copy exactly what the show does, man. Fuck! I'm done hating. That's my hating section out of the way. Prepare for this. This is my new life now. I'm going to be glazing the fuck out of this game probably. Unless I actually see shit that will make me not want to glaze it. But all I'm seeing so far is glaze. Intergalactic, the Heretic Project. One, soundtrack. I just watched Challengers. It's got, I forgot the guy's name, but he's known for 9 Inch Nails. I've never listened to them, but I know he's a banger-ass soundtrack maker because Challengers soundtrack was awesome. And fucking the Social Network soundtrack was awesome. And they needed that. Because before, they had Gustavo with The Last of Us, and then they added Matt Quayle with Part 2, and he's done Mr. Robot. He's also a G. So they need someone on that level. Sounds like they got that with this guy. Love the cast. Tony Dalton's a G. Troy Baker looks like a completely different type of character. He's got a whole bushy beard. I'm looking at him right now. Neil Druckmann seemed very inspired by like Elden Ring and that sort of game. Not even just the gameplay, just storytelling. So I think this game is going to be a lot more indirect. So it sounds like you're going to be either on a moon and the planet or something. You're going to be on the moon and then something goes wrong. You end up on the planet. I don't fucking know. But I think it's going to be mainly, even though we're in space, I don't think we're going to be going around space that much. If at all, honestly. I mean, the whole trailer was focusing on that planet, that red, ominous looking ass planet. Naughty Dog has cooked up their own language. If you think I'm the guy to crack it, I am not the guy. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of tools to already crack it. Because they give you a quote in English and then they show the language before that. So that's at least some tools to be able to maybe solve something. I'm not the guy to do it. But I did notice in that combat trailer when Jordan fights the robot, it looks like has the same language on its plate, on its left shoulder plate. So there's some civilization shit going on here. What's that language doing there, you know? And the name, just the name of the game, the Heretic Prophet. So a prophet that goes against like the views of the norm or whatever. That makes it sound like there's some more shit that's going on. I mean, of course there is, but the main story is going to be first on base level, bounty hunter hunting the 5 aces, but you were a part of the 5 aces, so there's like some emotional connection to this. Is she even hunting them, or is she just trying to reconnect them? We don't really know. Maybe there's some she has a good relationship, some she wants to kill. There's a camera tracking her on the ship. You can notice it. The camera deactivates when she leaves the room and activates into another camera when she goes in that room. I don't know if that's just security or maybe there's like a fucking camera robot companion in some way. That's just me shooting my shot, trying to get a theory out there. But there was a camera following her as she entered every room of the ship. I just want to point that out. So, that's it for the Game Awards, though. It was a good show. I had a lot of fun watching it. It was surprising. I don't think the winner was expected. It's a good game, but I did not see Astrobot coming. I'm happy it won. It's an exciting game to win. And I felt like they did a good job this year.